Hi guys and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I am so happy that you're here. Today we have Sample Saturday, which is where I go over all of the samples that I have used in the past month. So I used quite a few, not as many as the month before. That was crazy. I've never tried out over 100 samples before. That was absolutely insane last month. So we have less, but we still have quite a few because I've been trying to use up foil packets. Like I said last month, there's been quite a few foil packets that I've been trying to use up. We're going to start with the things that I have not quite finished up. I'm going to count some of these as empties though, and I'll explain why when I get to them, because I don't feel like I will get enough use out of them next month, basically, to warrant them coming back and being in my empties video. Anyway, before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you have been using up, if there's any samples that you're interested in hearing about that I might have, because I might have them because I have a lot. And then also, you know, I would really like to hit 3,000 subscribers. It's been a long road. I've been doing YouTube for a long time. So if you would share it with a friend or hype it, that would mean so very much to me as well. All right. So first up, actually, I'm going to wait on these. There'll be a method to my madness. I just realized, like, let's start a little differently. So I have things divided up. I have the bag that you just saw. I have two of these bags, and then I have this one. So we're going to start here with some serums that I have used up. First up is Dr. Barbara Sturm. I always thought it was Strum, but looking at the spelling, I'm like, I don't think so. This is the Good C Vitamin C Serum. This was a nice enough vitamin C serum. I feel like I needed a little bit more to get a good grasp on it, but I have finally used up the vitamin C that I was working on, so started on some of the foil packets. I also used this one. This is the It Bye Bye Dark Spots, which is niacinamide and ethyl vitamin C. It was, once again, felt the same way. Need something that's more than like a 2-time use. I feel like I don't get a good use, like good grasp on how it performs, but they didn't sting. They didn't cause any issues either. So there's that. Then we have some larger serums, and these are ones that I just used on my neck and chest. So unless there's an issue with them, they were fine. So we have from Peter Thomas Roth, this is the Peptide Skin Injection Amplified Wrinkle Fix Serum. Definitely wouldn't purchase anything, but if I send a sample, gonna use it. Then we have Peach and Lily, and I feel like I kind of liked this one. This is the Rescue Party Barrier Restore Serum with ceramides and calcium. It was an interesting serum. Then I have from Elizabeth Arden, this is the Provage, what extra words are, lots of words, Anti-Aging Daily Serum 2.0. I've used it before. It's always one that I enjoy using. I used 3 of this MAC Ceramizer, and it is a skin balancing hydration serum. So there's 2 and there's 3. They were fine. I've been trying to use up some of the smaller samples. I decided to kind of snowball it like they do in the financial world. I've seen a lot of Caleb Hammer clips lately, and he's talked about snowballing. So I was like, I'm going to snowball some of my skincare and kind of cut it down a little bit. So finished 3 of those, finished 2 of my Estee Lauder Futurist Peptide Power Serum Primer. I didn't like how these performed. I felt like my neck was more sticky than usual. Like not sticky, but like pilled up with the moisturizer that I was using. So was not a fan of that. Then we have the Ren, and this is the Radiance Glow and Protect Serum, which I know this is supposed to be like better packaging, but I did not enjoy this. It was very difficult to get out, and I don't enjoy that as an experience, so would not purchase that. Then we have one from Clinique. This is the Smart Clinical Repair Wrinkle Correcting Serum. It was fine as well. Those are the serums that I used up. Like I said, most of them were for my neck and chest because I kind of have my face routine down, and I've been putting in new things. Also, new foundation and primer, well, not primer, foundation that I'm trying out today. So probably a sample that I'll talk about next month. I don't know. I might not remember by that time because I've been kind of like throwing things back into my collection instead of using them and having them out ready to go, if that makes sense. One toner that I started and finished this month, this is the 6-Peptide Skin Booster by CosRx. It was fine. It actually says it was a serum, but I used it as a toner, so we're counting it as a toner. I enjoyed it. I used it both on my face and my neck and chest, which reminds me, we're gonna go to this bag of things that I'm currently still using. This one I still have quite a bit of, so we will bring this back next month. This is Tony Moly. This is the Wonder Ceramide Mochi Toner. No complaints thus far. I am enjoying it. So yeah. This one is the other one I'm currently using because I used up my Good Genes, I guess. I was trying to remember, I don't remember what lactic acid I had. So I have this sample. I know I'm going to use this up in the next week, so I don't feel like it's worth bringing it back. And I know I'll have others of this next month. So this guy, we're going to count as an empty as well. So one not finished will come back. The other one is counted as an empty. A few hair care. Ooh. First up, we have this from Rituals. This is the Ritual of Tao. It's bringing peace and tranquility into your life. It is a nourishing shampoo with argan oil and shiitake. Did not like this. This did not foam up. It was separated, so I had to like shake it to get it kind of emulsified together, which was weird. It didn't foam up. I did not enjoy that. And my hair felt like kind of greasy after I washed it right after. So no, not a shampoo that I would buy. It didn't come with a conditioner, so happy about that. Love this leave-in conditioner. It's a 10 Miracle leave-in sample. It's good. I will always take this. I have bought this a total of one time when it was on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty because it is expensive. So yes. Also, I forgot to mention I have the fan going. So if it's been bothering you, I'm sorry, but it's hot and I tried to not have it on yesterday when I was filming and I melted pretty bad. All right, one more hair care. This is the Alternate Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture CC 10-in-1 Complete Correction Leave-In. It was good. I have been kind of enjoying these better than the sprays because the spray, I usually spray over the tub. My tub gets really slippery. So I don't know. I've been kind of enjoying just the creams or the ones that you pour into your hand instead of pump into your hand even, rather than the ones that are sprays. So that's a little different. We're gonna do my 2 fragrances because we're here. I only used 2. I've been trying, my goal this year was to use 1 per week, and I realized I was a little ahead, and I'm hoping that July, because I have a trip planned, that I'll use up all of my samples then. But I used Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. This one was nice. I've just been having fun experimenting with fragrances here. So like this one, I have some more samples. You'll probably see it next month. And then Versace Eros Parfum. This was fine. I felt like it didn't have a lot in it. And I still don't know, like, I don't think it's one that I'm crazy enough about that I want to buy. Same with Tiger Lily, but they were both like pleasant. All right, we're going to move on to face cleansers. So first up, we have Purity Made Simple. This is the one-step facial cleanser. I've been using some of my oldest face wash samples. That was kind of the goal. I like this one. It's always a good one. That's why you're going to see some of these random ones. I think these were mostly from 2023. Then I have a Dermalogica Oil to Foam Total Cleanser. It was, once again, okay. Enjoyed it. Would not purchase it. I know I've purchased the Philosophy one in the past, though, because I've enjoyed it so much. Then I have from La Roche-Posay. This is the Effaclar. This was interesting. I kind of like it, but I feel like it's more, if I got it, I would be happy to use it, but I'm not going to purchase it, go out and purchase it. I'm just not a fan of Eve Lom. I keep wanting to be a fan. This is the Foaming Cream Cleanser. I think I've had a smaller size of this in the past. Just not a fan. Not a fan. If I get any more, I need to pass them along. That's where I'm feeling about it. I don't enjoy them. And I have other cleansers that I enjoy way more. Then I have from Peach and Lily, the Hydro Bubble Deep Foam Cleanser. This was kind of nice. maybe something I would consider purchasing. This one from Clarins just popped out of my hands. It doesn't have like a little thing at the bottom. This is the One Step Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser with Alpine Golden Gentian and kiwi extracts. It had like a little bit of a grit to it, kind of like the Philosophy one that has a little bit of a grit when you use it. That one I might use next month actually. So this was nice. This and the Peach and Lily were from 2025. I was just grabbing a couple of small ones because I was in the last week and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to start another one. I would rather kind of finish things. So finished those two. It was nice. I would like a larger sample of it to get a better feel on it. Then we have Clean It Zero. This is the foam cleanser. I really liked this. This is one that really would consider purchasing. Now, what I count as makeup, I have two LMS cleansers. These are the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, Hydrating Cleansing Balm. So I have those two that are completely empty. And then going back to this, I have the third one that I've started. It looks pretty full in the middle, like from the outside, but inside I've used quite a bit of it and I just don't feel like bringing this back next month. So we're going to count this as an empty, even though it's technically not an empty yet. I like it. It does sting your eyes. And sometimes I want to put my cleansing balm on and then I might have something I need to do for a couple minutes before I jump in the shower. Or, you know, like sometimes you remember things just before you jump in the shower. And I don't like that sometimes it stings, can make your eyes a little cloudy. And I do feel like it is something that I need to definitely do a double cleanse with. It doesn't rinse off clean. Same with my hands. Like once I rinse my hands, I feel like I need to wash my hands because that cleansing balm has a little bit of a residue that it leaves behind. Last makeup product is from Lancome. This is something. I had to do the magnifying glass on my phone to even get what this is because the writing is so tiny. You might be able to see that looks clearer than it does like when you're trying to look at it closely. So yeah, it was nice. It's a very squishy formula, more so even than I feel like the Tarte, a little more squishy. And that's difficult because this is like one of those ones that screws all the way up to the top. I was pulling lip gloss or lip balms and kind of combining them. I'm not going to do that. No, this one is counted as done. It is done. I don't want to mess with it anymore. So it's what most normal humans would count as done. And I could scrape it out and combine it and put it in a pot. And I don't feel like doing that. So we're not going to do that, especially because I would use that stuff kind of probably at night. And I don't want that color on my pillows. We're going to move over to body care before we swing back to moisturizers for face. So first up, I have Honey by Marc Jacobs. This is a radiant body lotion. By last week, I ran out of my body cream I was using. And instead of opening something new, large, I was like, I'm going to go into that drawer. I have just a drawer full of lotion, like mini lotions and samples. And this one was pleasant. Honey is not my favorite Marc Jacobs fragrance. I wish it doesn't really smell like honey to me. It smells very florally, but I'm glad that it's out. It was a very thin consistency lotion. This one was not. This one was a nice thick cream. This was a body cream. This is from Bodycology. It is the Winter Plum. These are small. This one was 1 ounce. I'm assuming this one was probably 1 ounce too. Yeah, that was a 1 ounce. So use this one. This one was really nice on, especially the legs, moisturizing. Might have to get something from Bodycology. I wonder how their body creams perform like long term. That might be something, because I know I've had that one over a year for sure, and it was like thick, and it was like it was almost like what I imagine diaper cream is like, where it's like really thick and it leaves like a color over you, and then you just really have to work it in, if that makes any sense. It's been a long time since I babysat and had to even think about any of that stuff. Then I have Clinique Happy. This one was smaller. This one was a 1/2 ounce. This was so runny, and it smelled fine, but it was so runny. It was practically liquid, and I'm glad that it's gone. It was not my favorite. Last one, this was actually the first one I started with. This is the Maelys, And my legs were feeling dry one day before I was using my Bath & Body Works body creams. That's why I was saying like in my finale that I was really glad to use those up. They just didn't feel as moisturizing, like keep the moisture in as they used to. Anyway, this is the Get-Dreamy Overnight Toning Body Whip. I just put this on my legs. It was a pretty thick formula as well. Not crazy about the scent. It's a slightly medicinal scent. So that part I was not crazy about. This one, how big were you? You were a ½ ounce as well. So, you know, that's 3 ounces of perfume or lotion that I got out almost. Another one. This is the last thing that I'm going to count as an empty because there's not much left in here. There's maybe like, I want to say probably 1 leg worth. This is from Maison Margiela. This is the Replica Lazy Sunday Morning Body Lotion, I guess. So, yeah, the scent is fine. It's not my favorite scent, but this one was a ½ ounce and I was like, I need just a little bit more last night when I was finishing up and trying to calculate everything, and I didn't want to pull out my body cream that I'm going to start using today. Because it would have been just like a partial, and I don't think that would have, like honey and firecracker pop would mesh well together. So that one felt like a better mesh with honey. I have so many moisturizer samples in here. I probably have more than 30 actually. I'm just going to go through them. They were all fine. Unless there's something that I remember specifically about them, they were fine. So we're just gonna kind of rapid fire what they all were. We have Clinique Smart Clinical MD Multi-Dimensional Age Transformer. We have Clinique Smart Clinical Repair Wrinkle Correcting Cream. 2 from Lancome Paris. This is the Absolute Soft Cream. I've had multiples of this in the past. Then we have IT Cosmetics Hello Results Wrinkle Reducing Daily Retinol Serum and Cream. We have the Perricone MD High Potency Classics Face Finishing and Firming Moisturizer. I got a few of these Multi-Active Jour from Clarins. So I have 1, I have 2. They have different packagings, but they're all the same product. 3. Then I have the Extra Firming Energy from Clarins. I was running through my Clarins this month. Extra Firming Jour. Then we have the Multi-Active Nuit. Then I have the Nutra Lumiere Jour and the Lumiere Nuit. And yeah, that was a lot of Clarins. Shani Darden, this is the Hydration Peptide Cream. Moisturize, Plump, and Replenish. Grown Alchemist, this is the Hydro Repair Day Cream. Indie Lee Active Oil-Free Moisturizer, Hydrate and Protect. The Outset Nourishing Squalene Daily Moisturizer. I know this had like another product with it, maybe a cleanser. JLo, that Blockbuster Cream. Dr. Jart Vital Hydra Solution, Water Plump Water Cream. Alpine Beauty Wild Crafted Actives Plot Genius Melt Moisturizer. I had high hopes. It didn't feel any different. I have 2 of this one from Olay. This is the Hyaluronic Peptide 24 Hydrating Gel. Just 2 of those. Shiseido Vital Perfection Uplifting and Firming Cream, Enriched. The Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Cream, Enriched. Dior Prestige La Creme. This one I used on my face. This is an intensive repairing cream, creme. I did not love this one. I felt like it kept trying to go into my eyes and really was irritating. Like I felt like it kept moving around and I kept wiping under my eyes like with a clean Kleenex, and I was having issues with that one. Then we have the Kat Berkey Essential Radiance Vitamin C Intensive Face Cream. The Eborian Yuza Vitamin Mask, which is an overnight like moisturizer. It said you could leave it on and tissue off. I had to look up the instructions on this one actually. Or you could leave it on overnight. So that's what I did. Fenty Skin Hydra Visor Invisible Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. Did not realize it was a sunscreen, but used on my neck and chest at night, so I was protected. Bliss Drench and Quench Cream to Water Hydrator for all day moisture. The Perricone MD Vitamin C Ester Photo Brightening Moisturizer. The Derma E Advanced Peptides and Flora Collagen Moisturizer. The Laura Mercier The Perfect Cream Multitasking Moisturizer. CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skincare Weightless Water Cream with 72-hour hydration. And then finally, Sicily. This is the neck cream, the enriched formula, firms, refines, remodels. This is the only cream that was large enough that I could get 2 uses out of for my neck and chest. Usually, like, they were half a use, and I was doubling up on some nights, or I was using, it was like just enough to cover my neck and chest 1 use. So was impressed by that. I actually did like this one. I used it. It's currently what's on. So that's it for all of the samples. That was quite a few, not nearly as much as last month, but you know, that's fine. This month I do have a trip planned with a friend, because she's wanted to do this, so she's covering everything, which is nice. So I will have some samples because I'm planning to take samples. We're going to be gone for a week, and so honestly a little nervous about leaving my mom and dad alone. I think it should be fine, but sometimes, you know, if something happens, just an extra pair of hands is helpful. A couple times my mom's kind of started to fall and like started sliding out of the chair, and we had to get like the little lift and bring her up. Or there's been times where we had to like, she was halfway there and she was holding herself up, but we're like, just, we gotta put you on the ground and get you back up. So I'm a little nervous about like those things. But sample wise, I will have some samples. I'm planning to bring a sample primer, a sample foundation. That's why I'm testing this one out today, seeing how it holds up in the heat. Because the other one I tried out a couple days before, which I probably should have put in here, but whatever. It was melty and my face did not survive. And I know it's going to be really hot, so I need something that's going to last really well. And yeah, so that's where we are. My mom's doing better. She's getting a little stronger every day. My dad and I went to Walmart the other day, and she got herself up with her walker and went to the bathroom and came back all by herself, which usually she has somebody accompany her just in case anything happens. And like, it's hard sometimes to get in and out of the chair. She's still working on in and out of the bed because it's a very tall bed. And so she has like a little step to get into bed now. So that's where we're doing. She's doing better. We got to go to a doll auction this past week, and that was wonderful. We haven't done anything really. This was like our first real activity, and it was a long day. We were there from like 10 to 5 basically, and part of that was like packing up, but I also had to call my dad and be like, we need you to come because our little Kia that we're driving can't fit the stuff we bought and the wheelchair and Mom's. So we had to wait for him to come and everything. And it was a lot of fun. We got some fun dolls. There were some good prices. There were some prices that I was like, wow, never. And like dolls that I don't know. There's a lot of antique dolls, and we don't do antique dolls. Anyway, so thank you for the continued prayers for her and for our family. If you think of it this month, keep us in your prayers because I'm really nervous to be away and everything. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.